Good morning, welcome to a new vlog. I've had a really slow start to this morning, but I didn't sleep well, so I'm gonna blame it on that. But I wanted to introduce this vlog, tell you where we're at before I get started into my day. Then I got things to do. I'm aiming to start a DNF 2 things today. If you saw my TBR, there's a couple of things on it that I'm not really confident on. I think I'd probably be set to unhaul them. Except I drew them from the jars, and my thought was I would give them 50 pages to impress me, because I'm like not sold on why I like, well, one of them I've just, since I bought it, had mixed reviews, and I'm like I don't know if I really want to read it anymore. The other one, I'm sorry, that one's this one, which is the one on the side, The Dictionary of Lost Words by Pippa Williams. April read this. She found it really slow and boring, so it unenthused me to read it. But so I'm going to try 50 pages, and then it's got to impress me in that 50 pages. You feel? The other one is House of Dragons by Jessica Cluess. This one, I'm less on the fence about the contents of the book and more the author just being a little bit meh. She said some things on Twitter that were a bit insensitive in general. But hey, the other bonus, if I give both of these 50 pages, is I can count them on my Goodreads goal, because I am that kind of bitch. Don't come for me. I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna read 50 pages of this. If I end up continuing past 50 pages of this, I probably won't pick up this anytime soon, but we'll see how we go with this. I expect to DNF both, because they're gonna really impress me if I'm gonna get past that 50 pages, I think. But we'll see how that all goes. I have work I have to do. I need to shower. But yeah, I'll let you know how I go as I progress. I'm hoping to read the 50 pages and DNF both of them today. Is kind of my thought process in my head, but we'll see. Maybe they'll impress me. Alright, so it's actually been a crazy few days since I talked to you. I think it was Monday. I did talk to you yesterday. It feels like it's been days. We ended up at the hospital. I ended up taking Jess to the hospital Friday night. For his normal stuff, if we've been following for a while, Jesse's got chronic health issues that have just resulted. We thought we had everything under control. And he's due for treatment in like a week. But he kind of, all his symptoms crashed all at once, kind of a week earlier than expected. So we took him into the ER to get treatment. It's not too serious. Like, I mean, it is, but it's like it's not. But I did yesterday read like 30 pages of the Dictionary of Lost Words and hated it. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I immediately jarred against the writing style. Like, I didn't enjoy the writing style at all. So I didn't even get to 50 pages and I DNF'd it. I've currently read like 35 pages of House of Dragons, and this is told in multiple perspectives. So it is kind of, I've gone through one of each perspective, because I believe it cycles through them. I'm like, pros and cons, but I'm mad because I'm kind of enjoying it, and I didn't want to, because like, I don't really want to support this author, but I already had the book. So what I'm gonna do is put it down for now, and then come back to it, try a little bit more, like still this month. There's a couple of things that are like higher on my priority list, and I was reading it now because I was expecting to only read like less than 50 pages and then DNF it. But at the moment it's not a DNF. I might still, if it, yeah, there were such pros and cons to these five chapters. Like, on one hand it was a really interesting setup, but it was also kind of repetitive. But also with what was happening, it kind of made sense while it was repetitive. So I think I'll read a little bit further, but I'm gonna put it aside for now. What I did pick up when I went to the hospital with Jess, because I knew I wouldn't want to DNF it at all, was The Galaxy in the Ground Within by Becky Chambers. So I've like barely started because hospitals aren't really conducive to reading. I'm only like 15 pages in. I'm going to keep working on this for now. Put this down, but I'll pick this back up again maybe next, unless I'm waiting for the project to arrive, which is on some TBRs for readathons. This one's not, which is why I'm kind of putting it down, but this one and then the project both are. So I think I'll switch over, read those, but the project still hasn't arrived yet, and if I finish this before it arrives, I will read a little bit more of this, and then we'll kind of play it by ear, see how we go. But I'm kind of bummed that I'm not hating it, but that's such a bizarre mindset to come in with, so I'm trying not to be like complete negative Nancy about it. But I don't want to promote this book, which is probably part of the reason why I just wish I could DNF it, but I'm kind of enjoying it, and I don't want to be like, I don't know, it's kind of selfish that I wanted to start it at any rate. I should have just unhauled it, but alas, oh well. It does seem enjoyable. We're giving it a chance. We'll give her other books that's also on my TBR that I already own a chance. We'll see if I like them, see how they play out, and just play it as it comes. It really loves to focus on that sign. We'll just play it as it comes. Anyway, I'm making dinner, so while things are cooking, I'm going to read a little bit of this and then read more tonight. It's not super long, so hopefully I can get through quite a bit of some of it. We had my boss's funeral yesterday, and it was outside, and I forgot to take some screen, hence what this face is, but also hence why I read like nothing yesterday, so I didn't update you. But today I've been editing a video, working on that, which is my last week's vlog. I kind of forgot that I needed to be editing, you know, like to get videos out you have to edit. I kind of forgot. So I'm working on that, and I do plan to get through a huge chunk of this today. I'm going to dedicate this evening to it, and as well as finally starting this time will be different, which I desperately need to start. I'm going to be starting that after I've edited this video while I do a bit of work. But that is the go plan for today. Hold me to it, please. I know I haven't really been showing you around much. I'm really bad at filming B-roll, which you know, but I was trying to get into it this week and it just didn't happen. It's like it keeps falling off my radar. But next week I have plans. We're gonna B-roll next week, so that is the plan. We'll see what happens, but alas, I'm gonna edit this video, I'm gonna read, I'm gonna listen. I'll tell you more about my thoughts and everything a bit later. But I am like, what, 80 pages into this and really enjoying it so far. So I am enjoying it. It took me a minute to figure out how any of the characters connected to the previous ones, but I figured it out, I think. And yeah, I'm really interested to see where it goes. That was good on my hair today. It's a bit it is Friday. What have I done today? We watched Drag Race. I have sorted out some errands. I'm about to get like cracked into editing and then my work. I didn't get through, like I wanted to get to like my end point for this last night. That didn't happen. I just was not in a great focus mood. But I think I'll definitely get there today, which is good. Clean slate going into the weekend. I'm hoping my order from Blackwell's will arrive today, which has the project in it, which I want to read, and I can read that over the weekend. But if not, I'll probably work on this for the weekend until maybe I decide to DNF it. But I'm going to keep going on it and see what I end up thinking as it progresses. And then Queen of the Conquered is also on my list. We'll see how we go. The project is my priority unless it doesn't come in. So who knows, like the deliveries have been really slow, but I've been expecting it for like 2 weeks. I don't know. So I will be working on this. I've got to edit my wrap up, which is going to be coming to you really late, but by the time this is up you will have seen it. And yeah, that's it. my life. Did I update this clip and finish the update? I talked to you about what I was going to do with this. I didn't talk to you about my audiobook. I'm listening to This Time Will Be Different by Misa Sugiura. I'm really enjoying it so far. If you know much about my reading taste, I tend to like not gravitate that much towards young adult contemporary, but I don't mind them on audiobook. That's kind of right where I am with this. It's fun. I'm really enjoying it, but in like a fun way, not a like deep, carefully meaningful way. That makes sense. But I am enjoying my time listening to it. I'm about a third of the way in, and I'm hoping to maybe get another third of the way through today. Fingers crossed, and then some more on the weekend. But we'll see how I go. I just watched Kayla's video where she responded to Hannah's challenge, and it was the most hilarious thing. It was so good. It went exactly as I predicted, and I feel very vindicated. Okay, I'm gonna get back to editing and eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna get into work, but hopefully listen to some audiobook. So I literally finished the section of the galaxy and the ground within like 5 minutes ago. I have like less than 50 pages to go to the end, so we're saving that for next weekend with the book-a-thon. But I'm loving what I've read. The tension in the last moments, just so good. I love this series. It's very soft and slow and thought-provoking rather than like action-packed, but like it's so good. It's so good, and I think this one definitely stands up to the series as a whole. But that meant that I was then, because the product didn't arrive today, so then my next thought was, okay, so I go back to this, right? But the idea of picking it up is so like, ugh, I have no motivation to do so. So I think that means it can be DNF'd, right? And I sent that idea to our group chat with Paige and April, and I was like, is that a sign? And April said yes. So I'm gonna DNF it. Like, I just don't feel enthused. I don't want to, so I'm not gonna, which means instead I'm gonna pick up this boy, Queen of the Conquered, and we'll see how far through this I get. I don't know much about it plot wise, but I really like other stuff I've read from Case and Calendar, including King and the Dragonflies and Felix Ever After, so I know I like their writing style. I just don't know if I will like this book, but we're going to give it a chance. We'll see how we go, and I already have it marked out as to where I would stop if I get to the end, but yeah, let's see how we go. I'm going to start that, but I also want to do some writing tonight, so I'll probably do that as well, and then hopefully get through all of it like before the end of the weekend with any luck. Puppy and kitten. Very cute. So I better wrap up this vlog. What was I talking about when I talked to you last? Honestly, I can't remember. Yesterday, which was Saturday, I had my dressing changed. I had a kind of lazy day where my brain couldn't focus. I did some housework in the morning. The afternoon was up for me. We watched some movies, I think, if I remember correctly. And I did, while doing my housework and stuff and cooking dinner, get to a like, I think I'm like just under 4 hours, and so 2 hours double speed from the end of the audiobook of This Time Will Be Different. So I decided I'd stop there and move on to something else next week, but I didn't listen to what I got today, so that's next week's job. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's the characters are young, and like, I don't think I relate well to the main character, but that's fine, that's not necessary. I do really like the love interest, I guess, though I don't know if he's quite set up to be a love interest, the like male lead. I do think the main character is characterized in a way that I don't commonly read, but it's enjoyable so far, and I'm interested to see how it plays out. on the other end of the spectrum of like deep, hard-hitting stuff, today I've been reading Queen of the Conquered by Kacen Callender, and I'm 200 pages in. So I've got about 90 pages to go before I leave this to the Bookopoly. This really explores themes of colonialism, and I believe it's set in the Caribbean, but like a fantasy Caribbean. And we follow our main character, Sigourney, who is a descendant from the islanders, and like the slave people, but she is kind of the ruling class through some quirks of birth, but her whole family was massacred because they were all islander but free, and she's trying to rise up the ranks of the Fyrn, which are kind of like Danish Dutch inspired, which makes sense for the Caribbean, and she's trying to work her way up to tear them all down. But there is a magic within this world where everyone has, or not everyone, certain people have craft, which is a magic skill that can vary person to person, and the Fyrn believe that the islanders shouldn't have craft, and it's an abomination, only they can have craft. So she has a craft, but it's kind of looked down upon that she has it because she shouldn't have it, according to the Fyrn. And she has the capacity to read people's minds, but also like manipulate it to an extent, and she can like get inside people's heads and make them do things. And yeah, it's very political, it's very bloodthirsty, it's very dark in its themes, but I think it's also really fascinating. One thing that I'm kind of struggling with is the prose. For me, I'm finding really easy to get distracted, and I'll read a page and be like, hang on, wait, what happened? Just because it is the way the prose is written is allowing my brain to wander, and I am in a like wandering brain mood anyway, so it's not helping that. Like my brain's not cooperating well, but the text isn't cooperating well with that also. But I am really enjoying the world and the plot and the darkness and the themes and reflections on real life portrayed in here, and the complexities of like, now that Sigourney's ingrained herself in the Fyrn group, even though they don't respect her, neither do her people respect her, because she's seen as like overstepping her boundaries, and like, well, she's got slaves, she owns slaves as part of being one of these upper class people. So there's all these layers to it, and I think it's really carefully constructed, and I'm really enjoying it. Just, yeah, the writing style and my head aren't super getting along, but we're making it work because I think the story is so fascinating. And I definitely think I'll be picking up book 2. Yeah, I'm really enjoying, I think it's a really interesting story. I just wish my brain and I were getting along with it a little bit better. But I am, yeah, 200 pages into that. So that's my progress for today and this vlog. I'm gonna wrap it up. The goal for next week, I'm gonna do a short vlog during the like start of the week, I guess. I want to get before the Bookopoly, and then we'll do a Bookopoly dedicated vlog as well. So I hope to get to the section I've marked out for pre-Bookopoly for this. I'm going to be buddy reading Nightshine by Tessa Gratton with Sierra from Sierra the Book Addict. And I've split this up across the course of the week, so I'll be reading like 65 pages tomorrow. The next audiobook I want to start is An Unkindness of Ghosts, and I also want to get to Wings of Ebony this coming week, like both of those if I can manage it. Though they're both a little chunkier, so we'll see how much time I get to dedicate to audiobooking. We'll see how that goes. And I also really hope my copy of The Project arrives like tomorrow. I feel like it's way overdue, because I would really like to start that. Please and thank. It's been like a month and a half since I ordered it, since it shipped, and it's just been not getting to me, so hopefully it arrives, yeah, tomorrow, and I can get a start on that once I've finished the bit of this, basically. So keep an eye out for that vlog. You'll see my progress over the week as I build up to finish prepping for the couple vlog. Which sounds so ridiculous, but that's it. That might also be a surprise next week. We'll see what happens. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.